Hey guys, so I just wanted to pop in here really fast. Just make a quick video just explaining a little bit more about meal planning, meal prepping, and how you can locate some of the resources that are going to help you to come up with ideas on the fly if you need to, and also to just be able to come up with ideas when you're planning in general. So the first thing is, as you're doing a Beachbody program, every single program has something called an eating plan. So whether you're doing 21 Day Fix, 21 Day Fix Extreme, Core de Force, PiYo, Lift 4, like there is some kind of an eating plan that is a printable resource. Okay, you need to print that off. You do not have to like study it like it's your thing for like a year, but you do need to be printing it off and at least utilize it so you learn over the course of the first like 21 days. Guys, it takes 21 days to build a habit. If you want to learn how to meal plan, start with using your resource. You want to know what to eat? Well, if you're following the container system, you have lists of exactly what kinds of foods are good to eat for those containers. If you have questions, you can always Google it or you can ask. You can look on Pinterest, but ultimately the eating plan you're following, whether it's the portion fix, that's what you call the portion containers like this, or the To Be mindset, there's gonna be tons of resources for you on Beachbody On Demand within the Beachbody blog, as well as on the To Be mindset resource. So if you're not familiar with this, another resource you need to download, I can't show it to you because it's on my phone, I'm using my phone to make a video, is the, what do you call it? The Nutrition Plus app from Beachbody. Download this and then you're gonna select what kind of eating plan you're following. Basically, your choices are portion fix or intuitive eating with the To Be mindset. Either way, you're tracking what you're eating. You're staying aware of the kinds of portions that you should be having, and you're aware of what you're putting in your mouth because you're putting it on a tracker. You can track it on paper. You can track it on the app. I prefer to track it on the app just because it's easier. I can snap a picture. I can just write a quick description. And it also lets me see my container count when I'm doing the portion fix. For To Be mindset, you don't really have portion counts. You just have the plated method, which like talks about, okay, what percentage of your food is vegetables, what percentage of your food is proteins, what percentage of your food is high fiber, those kinds of things. But all of those resources, those are places you can pull from on a regular basis. Does not have to be every single day, but pull from those resources to find example meal plans. You can find example meal plans, example recipes. Like Chris Downing has a recipe guide for Shift Shop that you can look through. It's a PDF that you can download straight to your phone, and there's literally like 80 plus recipes of yummy soups, yummy foods, and they're all portion container approved. So they tell you exactly how many portions you're getting from that. So if you have for dinner a portion count of, let's say you have a vegetable, a protein, and a carb, and then maybe a healthy teaspoon like of healthy fats, then you're gonna find that in the Shift Shop recipe, and it's gonna have it already broken down into those portions, okay? So the next thing I wanted to talk about is printing your materials. So I would suggest, if you're a hands-on person, that you get a small binder and print out your materials for whatever program you're focusing on. Now, if you're doing the portion fix and you're doing a program that follows the portion fix and then you change to do a different program, say the next month, that also uses the portion fix, aka the color-coded containers, it will tell you if it uses portion fix. Pretty much you shouldn't have to do a whole lot to change that. Your style of eating is going to stay about the same unless you're doing 80 Day Obsession, which 80 Day Obsession just has a few more specific types of when you eat, what time to eat, how often to eat, and which containers to eat at those times. So with the exception of that, if you're following portion fix plans, just stick with the portion fix and keep it simple. If you're following the To Be mindset, then it's really super, super simple because all you're doing is following Alana's guidelines and tracking your food and just seeing how your body responds. So if one day you lose weight, awesome. Do that again the next day. If the next day you don't, maybe you need to make some tweaks. The same thing applies with the portion fix. Okay, so making a meal plan. Let's talk about that really fast. I like to make a meal plan based on my dinners. This is just my personal preference. Everybody has a favorite meal. If your favorite meal is breakfast or lunch, then plan it around that. But why I do that is because my dinners are the meal that I want to save the most containers for or have the most variety to work with. For the container system, that means having the most containers, because if I want to have a protein, a veggie, a carb, and a healthy fat, that's going to be using 4 types of containers. But I plan my lunches based on my dinners, and I plan my breakfasts based on what's left over from my lunches. I keep it super simple. So I pretty much space my day out like this. For the portion fix, I plan on having a protein, a carb, and maybe a fruit with a healthy teaspoon in the morning. That's my general plan for the morning of breakfast. Then I'm gonna have my Shakeology. Shakeology counts as a protein, or a red container on the portion fix, and it also counts as a protein for the To Be Mindset. But I plan my breakfast to have some other kind of protein usually, and then I have Shakeology as a snack to get me through past lunchtime, because I don't eat lunch the same time as my kids. It's just crazy, and it's easier to eat after them. So Shakeology, I might throw in a cup of spinach, which honestly I don't count that against my container count, just because it's spinach, like it doesn't have a calorie count. It's just extra veggies. That's just my opinion. But Shakeology, some spinach, a cup of almond milk is actually free on the To Be Mindset, or on the either the To Be Mindset or the, what do you call it, the portion fix. It's a freebie, so it doesn't count against your container counts. You don't have to count it as a carb or as a blue or whatever. You just get one of those glasses of almond milk as a freebie. So keep that in mind when you're making your plan. But I plan for the breakfast to have protein, carb, and maybe a fruit, and then a healthy teaspoon if I can fit it in. And then my Shakeology is a protein, so a red container, a green container, and I might add something else. Like if I add peanut butter, that counts as a teaspoon. Then my lunch. My lunch, I'm gonna basically have it be protein, so red container. Let's see, still going? Okay, still going. Sorry, my phone was trying to die. So protein, red container, green, which is veggies, like lettuce. I usually do some kind of a fresh veggie for lunch if I can. So a salad is a super easy option. You can use your orange container with your salad, because that's gonna be your healthy fats and oils that would fit your dressing. But my lunchtime, I do that, and I might add a carb if I have a carb to use. If you're in plan A on the 21-day fix plan or the portion fix plan, you're only gonna be allowed 2 carbs. So you decide where to put those carbs. You could put them in the front of your day. Sometimes you might wanna put a carb with your dinner. But I basically just do a protein and veggies, maybe an orange container with my lunch. And then if I have a snack, my snack in the later part of the day is gonna be, might be a blue container with a purple container, because that would be, to me, like that's apples and some cashews and almonds, something filling, but also gives me a little bit of energy to get me through the rest of the evening. And that's just an example of a snack. You could also add in an extra protein in there if you have more proteins to use in your plan. But the biggest thing to understand is that your plan is going to differ from mine, because you might be in a different calorie level than I am. If you're trying to lose weight and the calorie tier puts you in plan A, then that means that you have less containers than someone who's in plan C or D all the way over here. Just know that you can still basically stack your containers the same way that I'm stacking mine. You just might, if you have more calories to eat, say you have 6 veggies to eat, then maybe you do 2 veggies in the morning with, like, I don't know, a spinach and like pepper omelet, and then you do 2 veggies at lunch and 2 veggies at dinner. Or you have 6 small meals throughout the day and you have a veggie with every single meal. That's how you get your veggies in, okay? Same thing with your proteins. You can do like 1.5 servings of protein instead of just 1 serving of protein with each meal, so that you can get those counts up. That's how I space things out, basically. So then my last meal, my dinner, I might use my blue container with my dinner if I haven't used it already. And then I'm gonna basically just keep it protein and veggies, and if I have an extra carb, then I'll use maybe a half a carb or a whole carb at dinner time, just depending on how I'm feeling, depending on what the meal is that I'm planning for. But that's how I plan my day of my meals. Now, planning my week of my meals, this is a little bit different. Not everybody does this, but I'm somebody who likes to have variety in the kinds of foods that I have, but I also like to keep it really simple. So some simple examples are like Italian, I might do spaghetti, or maybe lasagna. Now, those are things that you can make healthy substitutions for. If you're not sure how to make healthy substitutions, ask. But lasagna, spaghetti, Italian flavor, okay? Then I might have a Mexican flavor night, which that's gonna be like tacos. Tacos, super easy way. Cut out your tortillas and just use lettuce cups. Super easy. Another night I might just do burgers. Again, you can use a lettuce wrap for your burgers so that you're keeping the carb count down and keeping the protein and the veggie count up. Let's see what else. I'm super lame, guys. Like, I don't do tons of variety with my meals. My husband probably goes crazy. Every now and then I see a new recipe on Pinterest and I'm like, ooh, that looks good. I'm gonna try making that. So like some kind of an oriental flavor. So I might do a stir fry of some kind. I usually plan for eating out once a week for dinner, just because my husband and I like to go on a date night, and we usually go out to eat somewhere like that has fresh food, things like that. Cafe Rio, Chipotle, places like that are good places to plan for. And there are places that, for the most part, keep the portions within the container count. And you can ask them to do like half of amounts of things. So anyway, just an idea. But then I might have the one day of leftovers or 2 days of leftovers. I use leftovers for lunch. So then that just makes the lunch super easy, because I just plan for my leftovers to be part of my meals the rest of the week. Another simple lunch idea, if you need some lunch ideas, I love making chicken salad sandwich type stuff, but I don't always use the bread. This is a chicken salad. It's just chicken from Costco, the shredded canned chicken from Costco. And all I have in here is a half a can. So pretty much half a can. You get 2 red containers out of a full can. Half a can is 1 protein. Then I add in about 1 to 2 tablespoons of Greek yogurt. Plain Greek yogurt, don't add vanilla, that'd be gross. And then I get a little bit of Dijon mustard, and this is my secret ingredient. It's called organic cocoa aminos, and I use this to flavor pretty much anything from chicken salad to, you can use it in salads, you can use it in cooking like stir fry. It's basically a soy sauce substitute, but it also is really good in a lot of other stuff. So lots of uses. Get it from Costco or Amazon. It's really good. But that's pretty much all I do. And then when I do something like that for lunch, then I'm going to serve it on lettuce cups. So here's my lettuce cups, and then you just spoon it in. You might have like a couple tablespoons of it in each lettuce cup, and voila, that's lunch. Now this is something that would be really easy to prep, because all you do, if you're gonna go, let's say you're going out or you're going to work and you're planning your meal to be something you could eat there, then, sorry, I haven't eaten yet. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna put your chicken salad in a container like this and bring a spoon, put your lettuce cups in some kind of a baggie or another container, and then all you do is pull it out, spoon it in, eat your lettuce cup, call it good, okay? Stop worrying about what other people think. Stop making it so complicated, all right? So planning your meals does not have to be complicated. Follow your plan, your eating plan, and utilize the resources there to get examples, to get an idea of how to space your meals. And then just try different things. Be okay with experimenting and having this be a learning process. You're not expected to get it perfect the first time, okay? If you hold yourself to that expectation, all you're gonna do is feel really frustrated, and it's not fun. Okay, we want this to be fun. So find things that sound exciting. If you wanna learn how to make lasagna and make it healthier, then search 21 Day Fix Lasagna. You'll find a recipe. You wanna learn how to make healthy pizza? 21 Day Fix Pizza, or To Be Mindset Pizza. You will find something that fits those guidelines, but you have to be willing to turn your thoughts around and look for it, instead of going, ugh, I just can't have pizza. Ugh, I just can't have lasagna or pasta. What can I do? I really want that kind of food. Okay, you can have that, but you just can find a healthier way to have it, okay? So I know this was a little bit longer than the rest of these videos, but I just wanted to recap a little bit more on the meal planning side of things. If you guys have questions, or if you don't know how to find meal plans, please ask, but look for them first. You'll find them if you look for them. Okay, you guys are awesome. I'll talk to you soon.